Now back up, put the gun down, and give me a pack of tropical fruit Bubblicious. And some Skittles.
All right, all you RYAO hooligans. We're out here running around like a bunch of fooligans.
Yeah!
This is the RYAO Network Rockcast. The show that tunes your G-string to an A.
What?
Check out our website at ryao.net. Head over to the Contact Us page on the website where you can link to and dive into our Facebook, Twitter, and other social media. There's a lot going on these days on Facebook and Twitter for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So pay attention. Get on there. Friend us.
Love us.
As always, we're here with our good friends, Nick Sabat on sports.
Touchdown hooligans.
And Stix Hooligan on weather.
Hey! All you pigskin winos and halftime hoes out there. I hope you're having a good time tonight. Kay, what's going on?
Well, we always like to see what everybody's drinking. So, Nicholas, what's your social lubricant of choice tonight?
I thought one of you hooligans was going to go to the store and pick me up some beer, but you did not, like some specialty beer. So I'm relying on the old Coors Light, straight from the Rocky Mountains. Yes, the can is blue. Stix, how about you?
The can is blue.
Big deal.
CT's can is blue tonight. Nice. Looking good. I've got some Elysian Space Dust IPA. I think I last smoked Space Dust about my sophomore year of college, and now I'm drinking this shit. Woo! Kay, what's going on, baby?
I have a Shiner seasonal beer called Candied Pecan. And it is quite it's quite an accurate description.
Just like
very
Grandma
good if
used
you've
to
ever Yeah. If you've ever had candied pecans, it has that taste without being overbearing.
That's my porn name.
6% alcohol, 6%. All right, so let's start out with some loose ends. Stix,
Hi.
You were telling me about some stuff that you need to get out of your system, and I think we're going to do it right here.
I got a lot in my system, and I've got to get it out. I've got to get it out right in front of you people. This studio was on fire. Let's get it going. We got some birthdays. This is a big week for birthdays as we record episode 20.
Wow.
And the first birthday. You know whose birthday it is today? That's right. It's Dolly Parton's birthday today. Woo! And word has it, I can't tell you how I know this, but she is listening right now. I don't know how she got this.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. Hello, Dolly.
Hey,
I'm going to pour me.
Hello, Dolly.
Be my island in the stream.
That is what you are. And I put, you know what? I put up on the Spotify playlist, and our good buddy Kay will tell you how to get to the Spotify playlist. But I put a cover of Collective Soul's Shine on there. Holy temple fuck, that is a good song by her. Oh my God! If you haven't heard "Shine" by Dolly Parton, then you're a piece of work, you know. So I'm gonna take a shot right now. I've got some R&R. What do I have right here? R&R.
Shoot.
This is whiskey right here.
What you shooting?
I'm just doing R&R whiskey. I'm gonna take a shot for Dolly.
Are we all? We're all doing.
You got a shot over there across the
this
studio. Where'd you get your shots?
Well, I stole it out of the bottle that. I had my own. Bottle.
Good.
I brought some baby fireballs. You guys want one?
Oh, they look cute.
Yeah.
All right, here's a shot to Dolly. She's 75 today. Cheers to Dolly. She is an awesome human being. Quite honestly, she's seriously fantastic. So she's rocking her ass off wherever she is tonight.
Indeed.
But she's not the only birthday this week.
Say what?
As we record, there's also one person who has some a birthday coming up this week. The Star Child. In the news, Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley.
He is in the news. He is celebrating. You know how old he is? You know how old he is this week?
92.
80.
69.
80.
Finally.
Celebration.
Good for him. Good for him. It's been his dream all his life to finally hit this age so he can write a song about it. But you know what? He's got an album coming out, believe it or not, and not from the Kiss, but from he's got a Soul Station group who's got a record called Here and Then, I think. Mm-hmm. And he's doing like some old Motown covers and some classic 60s stuff, including some originals that he wrote that sounds like 60s stuff, which you'd think, like, what the fuck is he doing? Sweet. Right. And I think the first immediate thought was, what the fuck is he doing? But I think for Paul Stanley, who rocks his ass off, thank you very much, I think he's like, I will be in a rock band, I will do Phantom of the Opera, I will do Motown, I will do whatever the fuck I want to do. Hopefully you like it, and if you don't like it, kiss my ass. So he's all over the place. I love it. And I'm going to do another shot for my main man, Paul Stanley. Hold on, let me pour. Oh, God, it's a heavy bottle.
We're doing one, too. We're all doing a shot.
Yeah, we're doing a shot to Paul Stanley.
Shotgun.
Here we go. 1, 2.
Ready.
Go, go, go.
Paul Stanley.
That is some... That's pretty smooth, actually.
Put hair on your chest.
Hold on, I gotta pour some more here. Hold on. Do you think
So
I'm done
Paul
with
Stanley
two?
R&B record that's mostly covers, but in a couple of new ones that he put out.
Yeah, and let's not bullshit ourselves. His voice is not what it was back in 1996 or anything. So I think he's adapted his style to being more crooning and softer, and he's doing music that he actually likes. Nice. Why not?
Kind of like Rod Stewart did.
With the American classics, exactly right. He's just doing shit that he wants to do, and hopefully you get on board. So,
right. So we're pouring another shot for what?
Come on.
3 shots?
Well, we should do 3 shots every show, no matter what, personally. But this 3 shots, there's a very famous, bigger than Dolly Parton, bigger than the Star Child.
What?
Stix Hooligan. The biggest star of the Rockcast medium so far until one of you guys has a birthday. I've got a birthday coming up along with Star Child Paul Stanley. So I'm going to do a triple shot. I'm going to do a double shot to myself. I said a triple shot, but I'm just going to do a double shot to my own self. And if you can join me.
And then we're going to close out the show.
And then we're going to go to sleep. We're going to have a nap. And then we're going to fucking do it. So let's take a shot for yours truly, baby.
Quick shot.
Happy birthday.
Oh, they're getting smoother as they go down.
Hey, I got one loose end to add to your
what
loose
you got,
end.
baby? What you got?
The last recording we talked about Waiting on a War from Foo Fighters. It was coming out, and we had not heard the entire song. We just heard a little excerpt. And we've heard the entire song, and it was more acoustical and kind of melodic. And then it really kicked it into 6th gear, about 45 seconds left. And it turned out to be a good one. So rock on, Foo Fighters.
Should we do a shot to that, too?
Right.
That would be a 4th shot. Is that overdoing it?
Well, let's do one during this break. Take a quick break. We'll be right back.
I need a nap.
First, there was rock. And now, there's RYAO. So join us each week on the RYAO Rockcast, where we talk about life, music, and more. From the silly to the serious, the profane to the profound. Never stop rocking. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I think it's about time to do a little bit of Urban Dictionary, Nick.
What?
Oh, who's ready to get educated? Let's open up that Urban Dictionary. Can you dig
Start
it?
me up, baby.
All right, so today we're having a little bit of a Super Bowl type of show.
Oh, yeah.
And in that spirit, the word for the day from Urban Dictionary is, guess what it is? Super Bowl. Just one word, Super Bowl. Now, when you're looking at Urban Dictionary, there's a lot of drug references to Super Bowl.
Oh.
I went the high road when it comes to Super Bowl. And the definition of Super Bowl is the most common excuse for men to buy a new TV at an obscene price.
Okay.
And so you want to hear a role play, how it might go down in your house if you bought a TV.
A little context. Yeah, that would probably help.
So the husband, honey, I'm going to go buy a 78-inch plasma screen TV. The wife, what? We're so poor we can't pay attention. Husband. The husband goes,
Stop right there.
Super Bowl. And the wife goes, oh, okay. And that is another installment. The Verb and Dictionary. Let's close it out.
Yeah, all right.
And that leads us into our topic of the day. We're going to talk about the live performances of the Super Bowl. So there's two things that really bring people together, right? Sports and music.
Hey, Nick.
Right?
Hey, Nick.
What?
Have you ever smoked a Super Bowl?
I'm trying to take the high road and not talk about Super Bowls.
The things that unite us are sports and music, right? Let's talk about that, baby.
And the third thing is Super Bowl.
Super Bowl!
So
do a shot.
Wait, so Super Bowl, the Urban Dictionary word, I got to write it down here again in my journal. Is it
hyphenated?
That's not hyphenated then.
It's not hyphenated. It's one word. Now, when people talk about the big game, it's Super Bowl is two words, but this one's one word, and I think they do that just to kind of skirt the legal issues that they might come across.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So this year we have Super Bowl 55 coming up in a week or so.
All right.
And wanted to talk about the Super Bowl halftime performances. And up until the early 1990s,
Double V.
It was mostly college marching bands. Kind of lame.
Woo! All right.
I mean,
yeah.
When you look at some of the past performances, you have people like Carol Channing and Doc Severinsen, Andy Williams.
Right.
You don't really have anyone like big international superstars like Elvis or the Beatles or the Stones. Not yet.
Doc Severinsen, though. That's a
Kiss. Yeah, Doc Severinsen.
Doc.
Yeah.
Give me a
hell
D.
yeah.
But it was mostly college marching bands, and Grambling State University Band had the most performances by any college band. Wow. And, they put on a hell of a show. There's no doubt about that.
Sure.
Lots of energy. But the performances that we know today really started to kick into high gear in the early 1990s. 1991, New Kids on the Block. Joined
late.
1991, yeah,
really?
It's like 30 years ago, right?
The right stuff.
And there was a tribute to A Small World. I don't know if that was affiliated with Disney or not, but New Kids on the Block. They were hot at the time. They were part of that Super Bowl performance.
They're still hot.
In 92, it went into Gloria Estefan, and she was performing, and then she was performing with the skaters.
Miami Sound Machine.
Brian Bottano, is that how you pronounce his name? And Dorothy Hamill. Isn't that kind of lame?
Out.
So they kind of went down from NKOTB. And
What's Dorothy Hamill do during a halftime show? Skate on a ice?
There was
thing?
there was this ice skating rink, yeah.
Jesus.
And her and Brian Boitano were skating, and that was 1992. And then 93, this is really when it changed. And my top pick for what I remember to be a very vivid memory was Michael Jackson. Performing in 1993.
Yep.
He was asked to be the halftime performer. He performed the songs. He performed Billie Jean, Jam, Black or White, We Are the World, Heal the World. And I don't know if you recall this performance, but he started out with a body double of himself on the big jumbotron in the stadium.
I do remember that. Yes, I did watch that today.
People went fucking nuts. And minutes later.
Well, he stood there and looked at the audience for a long time.
Well, minutes later,
like
he
Hitler
popped up from the center stage. So the Jumbotron Michael Jackson was a body double, but the actual Michael Jackson popped up like a Pop-Tart from a toaster on the stage in the middle of the field. And then that's when he stood there for about a minute and a half, which probably seemed like 10 minutes.
It's crazy.
So he was doing this performance, what he normally does on his tour, but he typically stands there just kind of statuesque for about 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. And then...
You know what I was thinking, Nick, while he was standing there, is what he had to be thinking was, God, if I'm gonna make him wait this long, this better be really fucking good.
Well, what's funny is he had talked with the producers of the halftime show to say that he was going to give them some sort of hand signal for everything to kick in. Typically, when he goes into the Dangerous on the Dangerous tour, he stood there for 10 seconds. So again, this was for a minute and a half, which seemed like eternity, probably.
It's crazy.
It did.
And so Michael and it was badass. I mean, he was standing there in this kind of army jacket,
Military,
sunglasses, and he was motionless for about a minute and a half. And Michael Jackson had really no idea what the Super Bowl was about, reportedly. He asked that they change the name of the Super Bowl to the Thriller Bowl, which they denied.
No shit. I had
No shit.
Did he lip sync it? Do you think he lip synced it?
You know, I didn't see or hear that he did, but all I know is that it really changed the tide of the Super Bowl halftime performances. It was quite the jaw-dropping performance. He was at his peak.
I think that he did lip sync it, but I wouldn't blame him for doing that because of the amount of time, and everything that was riding on it. But I think that was sort of the advent of the big shows at that time.
Yeah, it turned the tides of things to come. And I think the Super Bowl still tried to find its place on the halftime shows and what was going to be good and what was not. And afterwards, of course, they did have some good performances, but they also had some flops. And they really brought in Michael Jackson, that network, to compete with other networks, because the other networks were really trying to, compete with the Super Bowl and put really cool things on television. And then once it started to, the commercial thing and the halftime performances, I mean, even for our budget at the RYAO Network Rockcast, we could probably buy a commercial on another network during the Super Bowl at this point. So, it really turned the tides of halftime performances. And do you guys, so, okay, you've talked a lot about the Michael Jackson performance. Stix, do you remember that?
Fuck yeah. And not just the fact that he stood there, not just the fact that he came up like a Pop-Tart toaster and landed on the stage and just stood there. But then he looked to the left. He did. That's all he did.
Just there, yeah.
And then he took off his sunglasses real slow.
Yeah.
Who in the fuck has 2 minutes of dead air at a Super Bowl?
Not anymore, I don't think.
But my God, how many balls does it take to pull that off and to be that charismatic that you actually keep watching?
Well, the thing that other than me thinking, he's got to be lip syncing this, is that they ended with this real kind of foo-foo song about "We love the world and the children," and they had all the children. And that was like, it's like I want something with some high octane, like fire me up. But they kind of ended with that. Bring up all the children and love each other.
Well, and a lot of that was his idea. I mean, it was his idea to bring literally thousands of people onto the field. And, and that's what we see today, these big crowds of people, this large audience on the field with the performer. And it really started out during at that point. And again, Michael Jackson was at its peak. Unfortunately, soon after that, he would be accused of unspeakable charges, which we will not talk about during this show.
Well, you know where he got that idea from, to stare at the audience for 2 minutes? Doc Severinsen. Doc Severinsen did that back in '92.
And Hitler did that all the time. I'm serious.
Doc would take down his trumpet and he would have that ring around his lips, like where his mouthpiece was, like all brass players have.
He's been pressing a mouthpiece up against his lips.
And on his trumpet, the only notes he played on his trumpet was Michael Jackson took it all.
I did, and one thing that when I watched the Michael Jackson thing, that particular performance didn't impress me. But what was the movie that they put out with the footage of his rehearsals for his last tour? That I almost cried during that because you really see he was like a 50-year-old man during that, and you're like, oh my God, this guy had so much talent, And but that Super Bowl performance didn't exactly impress me after I had seen that movie.
I will see now. No, we got to go into a break soon. I read a book about his from two of his bodyguards from his last few years of being alive. Just crazy, just like how protective they were of him, and like how normal he was, and how scared he was. So I've got a different perspective on Michael Jackson, but that was beyond all the charges that he went through.
Yeah, thanks for bringing down the show, guys.
Yeah, no, you gotta if you set that stuff aside and just look at the amount of talent that was in that guy, it's like, wow,
amazing,
just amazing,
badass.
All right, let's take another break. We'll be right back.
Ow.
Hey, hooligans! Did you know that we create a Spotify playlist for each of our Rockcasts? Well, now you do. So click on one of those playlist links, get in and create a free account for yourself, and you can listen to all of our playlists. There's also a premium edition of Spotify that you can get for a few bucks a month. But no matter how you do it, make sure you support all the musicians that we talk about on our show.
Hey hooligan, this is the RYAO Rockcast.
All right, we were talking Super Bowl halftime shows here, and I was watching the last year's Shakira and J-Lo.
Stop it.
And,
hey,
it was...
You know what we should do?
What?
When I think about that Shakira and, what's her name?
J-Lo?
J-Lo? I think I want to take a shot just remembering what Super Bowl was like last year at the halftime show. I'm taking another shot. Bring it on, baby!
Shot.
Sham it!
Sham on it!
Yeah!
And I will keep the voice going while these guys take the shots. Stix is taking a knee.
Oh.
A little bit of a dry heave, and I think he's ready to go.
I'm the Colin Kaepernick of alcohol, baby. Woo! I'm taking a knee. What?
Stix, what's your favorite Super Bowl stuff?
You know what? I'm glad you asked that, Kay, because the last one I really enjoyed was Lady Gaga, because she was up on top of the fucking Super Bowl building and she was singing about America, and she was singing about this land is your land and this land is our land, like patriotic stuff. And then she just fucking fell off the side of the building. That takes some guts!
Like she jumped?
She jumped. She didn't even take a shot, which I think she should have.
Yeah, she kind of flew down with those wires on her hips. Yeah.
No, she didn't have any wires. She fucking just jumped.
Special powers.
How she did that? She landed on a fucking platform. How did she do that?
She did a Peter Pan.
You can accomplish anything with whiskey.
You're goddamn right, baby.
And we're living proof.
I might jump off the roof tonight and see if I can land on the platform. But you know what? She was honestly, we talk about the classic rock stuff, I guess, more. But she had command of that stage any more than Beyonce had its command of her stage too, of course.
Amen.
Well, that show she did had a lot of energy. I thought it was better than like the Michael Jackson one at the end.
My God.
Her show was just full of energy all the way through.
Well, and I'm a little bit, I got an iconoclast streak in me anyway, so anybody who wants to fuck with the system, I'm happy with. So, Super Bowl, 4x4 Ford trucks, Pepsi and Bud Light and pizza ads and shit. And she's coming out singing about I'm born this way and talking about, transgender and whether you're gay, straight, or bi. And I'm like, holy fuck, you disrupted shit from the inside. That was very good. I like that a lot. So The fact that she's got this choreography going on, I'm not a choreography guy, although you see me in real life. I'm pretty choreographed and dancing all the time, but especially tonight.
All those topics are not very Super Bowl-esque. So
no.
She's breaking the rhythm.
She's breaking the rhythm, but it's like, but you're transfixed because she's so, everybody knows she's so fucking talented. But the show that kind of got me, my little Stix hooligan feelings inside my body got 2002. 9/11 had just happened, of course, on 9/11. That's why they named it that. Good marketing. And then, 5 months later, we're still kind of in shock. Smoke is still pouring out of the World Trade Center. And fucking U2 shows up.
Ah.
And U2 doesn't show up. Gaga like fell off the top of the building onto a platform. Bono comes out from the crowd. A man of the people, right? So he comes out.
He walks out and everyone's touching him.
Everybody's touching him.
He started in the audience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He walked up.
Awesome.
So there's an emotion. I mean, this is like the first major, outside of like WWF, I guess. This is the first major sports thing that's happened since that went down. Like our world has been kind of shattered, and we are looking for something to kind of bring us together. And they fucking start with Beautiful Day. He walks to the stage in the crowd and hits Beautiful Day on the stage, which is enough of a good thing.
It's a great song anyways.
It's a great song anyway. And then they slow things down, which you don't do at a Super Bowl. You're supposed to be kind of like Beyonce and just hit the dance moves. But my God, to throw down a bunch of scrolls and to scroll the names of people who died in 9/11 at a Super Bowl fucking concert?
Right.
Fuck me. And it's like
how many times do you think he was goosed in the audience when he was walking on the stage?
Oh my God, how many times was his cock
Who would have goosed him? I would have totally goosed him. He's not going to react. He can't, right? He's on a world stage being watched by 1 billion people.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
Oh,
he's starting to moonwalk backwards into the crowd so he gets some more action on his crotch.
Give me some more gratification.
Hey, Bono, we need you on stage. Nah, I like it better in the audience.
Well, Shakira on the last year's one, she did a crowd surfing thing on her back. I was surprised to see that.
And
I mean, because
you weren't there. Were you?
You would think that she would have got torn apart.
I think you're
like a bunch of hyenas in the audience.
What better way to celebrate the Super Bowl than to tear Shakira limb from limb?
That's not something you see on TV all the time.
Yeah.
Like the show starts, Shakira starts surfing and she gets torn apart. Everyone's covered in blood. The cameras go off and we're back to quarter number 3.
Second half.
And then here the sports guys kind of come in and like, okay.
The Packers lead 24-13.
Oh
They keep going into the stats to try to draw people's attention to the fact that Shakira was just killed in front of your very eyes.
Shakira is dead. The Jaguars are leading the Lions by 7. We're not going to talk about that.
There's bloodstains on the field.
There's a big pool of blood out there.
Oh my God!
Shakira is very talented, though. I mean,
oh my God!
Extremely, extreme talent.
She's extremely
J-Lo
talented.
too, crazy.
Yeah, they were a unique talent in and of themselves that U2 could never live up to. Let's be honest. U2 did not bring the sex and the grinding.
U2 is a whole different scene.
Yeah, but had they known what they could have done.
It wasn't really the time to get, for crotch thrusting and crotch grabbing and thrusting fun at that time. So U2 kind of hit the spot at that particular
U2 hit
time.
the spot. And they have that little quiet moment with the names scrolling up, and then they start into Where the Streets Have No Name, of course, which is a fucking terrific song. And again, it's on the Spotify playlist, number 20. Go search for it.
Do you know that U2 is the only rock band that's been endorsed by the Pope?
By the Pope?
The Pope. You heard me right.
That's quite a distinction.
Okay, what's your favorite performance from the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
hands down.
Oh, hands in your lap. Oh God, this should be
2007.
Good. Yeah,
Prince.
Ooh. Good choice.
So Prince opens up with "Let's Go Crazy."
Awesome song.
He's got this loose structure with the music. And throwing in little tributes to Hendrix and, of all people, the Foo Fighters.
Oh, yeah.
in his performance,
Who?
which was unexpected.
Wait, what did you just say?
Foo.
Fighter.
Nick, are you okay?
I'm good.
Hold it together, Nick.
Talk about
I'm a little feverish, but I'm okay.
You got
I'm
the
gonna
food
rebound.
addiction.
talk about Foo Fighters quite a bit, but so here there was a behind the music, I think, on this whole thing with Prince. But talk about I mean, it just gives you a whole different perspective of Prince. So, everyone's like, "Hey, Prince, don't worry. In 40 years, it's never rained at a Super Bowl halftime show."
Yep.
So they wake up the day of the show, and it's like a monsoon. A scene out of Moby Dick or something. I think is what one of the guys described. The coordinators said, "We want to talk to Prince." Got Prince on the phone. "Hey, Prince," or whatever your name is.
My name is Prince.
Do you know it's raining?
And I am funky.
And Prince replies, "Can you make it rain harder?" What
Bravo.
Good for you. Bravo.
What
Prince.
And he goes
brilliant.
out there,
That's
and
brilliant.
I can't even remember if I saw the original halftime show. I probably did, but it was just it poured on that guy. And if you know anything about electric instruments, and he had like 5 different setups that he changed over guitars on, and they made it through all of it. His dancers had like 7-inch heels on, and the stage was slick as snot.
They didn't miss a beat.
And he ends it with Purple Rain, and it's just pouring. It just starts pouring rain, and he's just killing it.
Love it.
And yeah, but Prince, when that guy plays guitar and sings, he's just like an experience.
Yeah.
And I've never seen him live before, but it literally, just listening to what I have up on the Spotify list, which is a different a concert, not the actual halftime show, but it almost makes me cry when I listen to that, how that guy plays guitar, and the soul and the immense talent that he has. And there's so many stories about Prince too, about how he just very matter of fact just jumps on a stage somewhere and just starts entertaining people.
Yes,
He's just
come
like
on.
Yeah, he knew he was the shit. I mean, he knew it. And
Yeah.
the great thing about Prince is he was a man of small stature, and you could just put him in your hand and put him in your pocket and take him anywhere you wanted to.
Come here, Prince.
Stick a Prince in your pocket and hit the road.
Now,
So,
I gotta ask Kay. Now, I have to remember this performance. Was it raining from the very beginning, or was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think it was raining the whole time.
entire time.
And then it just really started pouring during
Yep.
Purple Rain. It
Of
was just
all
like
things.
it was like that. No one understood how the show was actually happening,
Right.
because everything should have been shorting out.
They should have called the
And-
football game for crying out loud. That's how bad
And
it was
they-
raining.
And it was just like he just stood there and just it was like a religious experience, as Nick has said about some of the Foo Fighters stuff. But like it's just one of those things that you gotta watch it on YouTube and just be like,
Definitely.
holy crap, that's just amazing.
Yep.
But
Good pick.
anyway,
Very good pick.
one of the true rock and roll heroes, as far as I'm concerned, is Prince.
Well, one of the
But,
true mesmerizing experiences of Super Bowl halftime is meant to just be the time you get your guacamole and your nacho chips and your shit, and you go to the bathroom and just kind of have it in the background. But that was actually like you had to stand transfixed and what the fuck was going on, and in
Right.
that moment, which was beautiful.
Like,
And regardless of what
Yeah.
kind of music you follow, I can't see anyone not appreciating that performance
Oh my
by
God.
Prince.
yeah,
oh my God.
yeah,
If
definitely.
you don't
a good
appreciate
one,
it,
but
you're a douchebag.
go straight to hell. And with that, I think let's wrap this up today.
Oh, man.
And,
No, we've got more
we
to talk,
thank everyone
to
for
talk
joining
about.
us.
No,
birthday.
it's Stix's
We
birthday.
wish,
New Kids on the
we
Block.
wish happy birthday to Stix.
And Dolly Parton
And,
and the star child Paul Stanley.
Paul Stanley and Dolly Parton, thank you for listening. because we know you are.
Love the show.
And our remember to check out our website at ryao.net.
Yeah.
Front and center on the website homepage, you can click on the listen to our Rockcast button and go directly to a listing of links to all of our Rockcasts.
Whiskey shot. Woo!
You can always search for us, the RYAO Rockcast, and immerse yourself in our growing library of Rockcasts.
Hey, Kay.
So anyway,
Hey, Kay.
yeah.
You know what we do on Twitter now?
What's that?
A song of the day from the studio. A song from the studios. Every day, the studio is alive and breathing, even when we're not recording. We live here in the studios. We live, I don't know if people understand, we all live together in a compound, the RYAO compound, and we come down to the studio once a week to do this shit. But we have a song every day that we share with our listeners.
It's kind of like the Ranch Davidian for rock and roll.
Ow!
All right.
Shamone.
Everybody, we will see you next week. Go blow yourselves and never stop rocking.